Yeah, look, down he goes? Question mark? Okay, so yeah, you don't actually kill him. He goes into phase 2. So that's what this is now. He rips a sword out of his chest. Vraska's final Aeon has appeared in a couple of other Final Fantasies. Now that he's got that sword out of his chest, another overdrive will appear. So you've got Jekt Bomber, you've got Almighty Grasp, or whatever the hell it was called. Now he unlocks another one here too. He will still only use Jekt Bomber if you have an Aeon on the field. So you won't see that alternate other overdrive. And this is what I'm going to try and like tank to show you guys as footage, and I'm terrified at the prospect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Riku in for a second. This stamina tablet, which doubles the max HP of a character, we're going to throw that at Orin. And by throwing this at Orin, it won't actually put his health up, but his max health is now doubled. It's basically, because he doesn't have break HP limit, now at 9,999. So, and he has double defense on him in the way of Shell and Protect. So, we will throw an X potion at Orin. And hopefully this will be enough health and enough defense for us to survive this overdrive, which means I can show it to you guys, and, you know, all around everyone can have a good time. We don't have any other stamina tablets at our disposal, so we can't do it with other characters. What I'm going to do here, though, is bring Tidus in. I'm not quite ready, so I'm going to talk and get rid of that bar. This is the only other time we can do it.
You won't beat me this time!
So that's our last opportunity, okay? We can't do that again. Now, swap Riku back in for Waka. We've got our 3 damaging guys out. Let me just be 100% sure. Everyone's at max health. Most of us have got, like, defensive magics on us, as far as I'm aware. I guess we can start attacking. I'm also going to kill one of the U Pagodas dead from now on, and that will be this one over here. Jekt seems torn. Jekt's power decreases. Fantastic. We could overdrive. Now, someone suggested I kill BFA with a Tidus's overdrive. I don't really know how I can plan that out, though, sadly, because I don't know what his max health is. So here we go. If I do end up killing him before we get to see the overdrive, there will be footage of it going in, so don't worry. 6,000, that's fine. Waku's actually hitting way harder, but it might just be that they have less defense. The thing is, their health has now climbed so high because of the overdrives that they kind of do this anti-overdrive mechanic here, which I quite like, to be honest. He should attack us in a second. Now that he's in his phase 2, his regular attack has changed. You know that thing that was constantly one-shotting Lulu, keeping her dead? That's now changed to an AoE cleave attack. This thing here. So, and you see it does pretty significant damage, but the main thing about this is it actually inflicts delay on everyone too. Delay is a scary, scary thing to be faced with here. That delay can mean that he gets a lot of turns in a row, and you kind of want him to do different stuff, like, for example, an ability we haven't seen yet called Jekt Beam, which petrifies you. That attack as well, here we go, here's Jekt Beam, so you get to see this. Now that's petrification there for Tidus, but nobody else is going to get delayed, so we should be okay. Actually, his charge is overdrive. I'm kind of scared, guys. This is a lot more pressure coming at us than I was expecting. Here we go. Oh, Triumphant Grasp. What the hell, man? This isn't what I want. This isn't what he should be doing. It's not like he only has a chance to do it. It's phase 2. His overdrive should change. Whatever. We can handle this. Tidus will be dead because he takes extra damage when he falls down. That's fine. Some other trivia. His like AoE cleave attack thing. That is actually, it doesn't have a name in game that you look at, but in the files it's called Blade Blitz. It's something you only get from like hacking the game and looking at the files. But yeah. So we go, one of the Pagodas stopped, thank Christ for that. And with Orin we can do Tidus the justice of rezzing him up. Here's another weird bit of trivia I just wrote down about the fight, okay? In French, this guy is called Jekt the Ultimate Aeon. In fact, his name is Jekt the Ultimate Khmer, I believe. It's definitely not how you say it. But yeah, so that was pretty interesting. I'm not going to go for the Pagodas anymore. I sort of think the curse hitting us is a little bit more pressure than I like. So because they're constantly cleansing him, this is why the poison ran out, this is why the zombie ran out, this is why the armor break has also ran out. Yeah, only 3k damage, that's not good. Another Triumphant Grasp though, that's okay for an overdrive. Maybe this is because they've healed him back up. Is this the thing? Maybe the point is that they've healed him to a point where he's gone back over that health threshold, and now it considers him to be in phase 1 again. I wonder if that happens. I mean, his sword's still out. Yeah, I think he's back in phase 1, guys, because he's not doing his AoE. Another sweep, more delay, 2 people dead. Orin's overdrive is up. Oh, gods. Oh, no, now his overdrive's up too. Orin's going to eat a triumphant grasp. Oh, my God, we're so low to dying. 122 health. Oh, and they're still getting turns. What is this? This is terrible. Alright, so here's the problem we've got right now. Basically, everyone's dead. I can try with a Mega Phoenix on Riku, and he's going to get 1 turn here. And the Pagodas won't, so he'll do something. If it's the delay thing, though, I think everyone dies. Or, alternatively, I can keep Orin out and then go with the Mega Phoenix. But the Pagodas are going to get a turn. So basically, if I leave Orin out... I mean, Orin's going to die anyway, so I shouldn't have him. Okay, I think the person I should do it with is Yuna, because Yuna's got more health than Riku. She's just fast enough as well that she'll get a go before the Pagodas. And in this way, hopefully she'll stay alive, even if the sweep delay thing happens. And we can... Alright, here it is, here it is, here it is. If Yuna survives, she can summon. Oh, it didn't even hit her. She evaded. Amazing. Yuna, you are incredible. And what we can do is we can summon... Don't even have the Mega Sisters. And, okay, actually, instead of summoning, what we might prefer to do... So what we can do here is Mega Elixir to bring everyone back up to max health. Then the Pagodas are going to get a turn. But maybe we can keep dealing with things here. Because at least those 2 are back. We bring Orin back in, X-Potion him. And yeah. Why doesn't Tidus get a go? Okay, we need to be able to Hastesia. We've got a Hastesia. Now he's going to use his overdrive, and it's not good enough. Someone's going to die. Yes, okay, all right. Kamari Hastesia. This is scary because now Kamari's on the board, and Kamari's slow, and he's not tanky either. But we can swap Tidus, I think. It looks like he's still in phase 1 because of that. Kamari, will you please get a go? Why? This is so annoying. Okay, well look, we got control of Tidus, so let's Hastesia. Kamari is already hasted. This is pathetic. Do you know what I think? Okay, finally Kamari's going to get a go. Do you know what I think I'll do, actually? We're going to go with a totally new strategy here. We only have 4 softs left. That's fine, though. We've got plenty of remedies. We'll throw a soft here, okay? And we're going to have Riku as a main member of the front, because she's quick, okay? So not only can she, and she can also throw items, like a lot of these special gems we got, so that she can be casting flares and stuff, in theory. In theory, I mean, geez, I don't know how many we've actually got on this file. Looks like everything's really weak. Good, okay, we're finally starting to get some turns. Okay, so, another soft over there. Alright, and a haste over there on Orin too. Good, that means he gets a go, and he's going to start pushing out damage. I think we might finally have found a way to deal with this. Riku gets a go too. Everybody's hasted. So what I guess she's going to want to do, let's see what items we've got and see if we can come up with something nice. Fully restores health and cast Null All on everyone. Not too good. Okay, we're going to throw a gold hourglass this turn with Riku. I'm pretty sure they're immune to the delay. Oh, the Pagodas aren't immune to delay. Maybe that's what we should be doing. We should just continue delaying them. That's really good. And we will throw a Shining Gem at BFA here, which is a nice flare, 5,900 damage. Here's another overdrive, Triumphant Grasp. That's Tidus dead again. But I really can't do anything about that. If I had more stamina tablets, maybe I could have doubled his health. But I think going all eggs in on Orin is best, because we haven't seen all of his attacks yet. Okay, 2 turns for Riku. This is why she's on the front line. So, now we will Phoenix down Tidus. And then, I mean, we can do a mix here too. Have we got any Wings to Discovery left? We could totally cheese it out with Wings to Discovery. That would be ridiculous. I'm actually kind of shooting in the dark with what I would even do on a mix. I don't want to mix anything ridiculous. We could just go like a Musk with some particularly powerful offensive thing, like with that Shining Gem, the last Shining Gem we've got. Let's go a Wing to Discovery, yes, but we're not going to do Trio of 999 for ultimate cheese. We will go with that with a Light Curtain for Hyper Mighty G. And this should actually help us maybe start to keep up. The Auto Life in particular. We'll go with a Poison Fang. This will hit him with some poison damage in a second. It will be cleansed off by the Pagodas, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. Armor Break here. And this means that when Tidus next quick hits, we'll get some damage. Yes, the damage is rolling, guys. All right, here's the sweep. We should be okay. Good. We would have been delayed from it, but we've still got turns. Fantastic. Riku can Mega Elixir. This is my last Mega Elixir. No more Mega Elixir spam after this. But I'm fine. Tidus. Okay, sword play. Energy rain. Go. Good. 99999. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Another sweep. Everyone should survive. The only one I'm kind of scared of is Riku, but that was fine. I'd expect a couple of power waves here, but hopefully there'll be like no massive overdrive coming. In fact, guys, I got to tell you the truth. I'm so scared of his crazy powerful overdrive that I may just keep sacrificing Aons so that we never have to worry about it. His turn's going to be next, so we get one turn in with Riku. Back to the Brotherhood or something. What's he got? He's got 28,000. He's low. We've done 100,000 damage to him, almost. Okay. What I'm particularly looking forward to here is Orin. Next time he can get on, I can use Breaking Blade and get some actual damage going. So here we go. Bring Orin back because his overdrive's up. You see? So overdrive. Banishing Blade. Now, he was on 28k. I've just done a little bit. If I can land this, that'll be another 10k basically done. 2 attacks from Tidus would put him to somewhere around 10,000. Ixion. We're running out of Aons here, guys. Cool, but we can check the health again as well. Okay, Ixion. 13,000. 13,000. All right. One more like Orin overdrive and we'll be fine. So he was on 13,000. He just took another 1,000. 12,000 health. All right, let's swap our weapon. Okay, let's swap it back over to the Brotherhood, I guess. Now, the boss is going to get a turn. I don't want to charge his overdrive. I think we can get away with an attack without charging his overdrive, so I will try it. Yeah, okay, we can. We're up to 3,500 per hit from Tidus too. So now he's going to do that, delay us and whatever, and his overdrive will be up in a second. Oh, even Riku got a turn. That's amazing. So now we're going to get 2 U Pagodas that heal him up. I think we're okay though, guys. I think we may be about to have the kill because we can double overdrive him here in a second. But his overdrive's up. We'll summon an Aon to see what his health is. No, okay, this is fine. So here we go. We can sword play, energy rain. Okay. And if this hits 99999, I think we may actually kill him and kill him with a Tidus overdrive while we're at it. Come on! I don't know whether it hit that hard before though. I think it did, but only because we had armor break on him. 6k. That's not enough. That's not enough! Okay, fine. Yuna. Who's left? Is it Yojimbo? Is he the only one left? He is! Oh god, and what if we accidentally get the Zanmato? Actually, Zanmatoing Braska's final Aeon would be pretty cool. Look at this guy. He's such a badass. Coming under the tree. Oh, we can't even check his health because it's friggin' Yojimbo and he sucks at the game. Okay, fine. We're going to give him 4k. I don't want to Yojimbo it. Sorry, I don't want to Zanmato it. Just pay him and unleash a normal attack. Please don't Zanmato. Just a normal attack. There you go. Wakazashi. And I'll be happy to do the damage here as well. Oh my god, that hit for 99999. I think that's it. I think Yojimbo... The right U pagoda stops. Oh my god, he only attacked one of the pagodas. Yojimbo, you idiot! Oh, his overdrive's up! I think he's gonna... Yeah, okay, he's dead anyway. Oh my god, why would... Oh, he evaded! He evaded! 1 gil, go, your overdrive is up! Don't Zanmato. If you do Zanmato, I don't care. That's a pretty amazing way to end it. Wakazashi. Okay, are you gonna hit the main target? No. Oh my god, he hit 2! Oh, it looks like Braska's final Aeon is reeling. Guys, that's it. I had no idea this was going to be so painful. Wow. God, Yojimbo's powerful. I feel like Orin probably said something there in the Japanese version.
You'll cry. You're gonna cry. You always cry. See? You're crying.
I hate you, Dad.
Save it for later.
Right. We've got a job to do, don't we?
Good. That's right. You are my son, after all.
You know, for the first time I'm glad to have you as my father.
Sir Jack, I should...
No! Yuna! There's no time!
That thing! That's you, Yevon!
You stay away!
Yuna, you know what to do. The Aons!
We Aons.
Call them!
Call us!
Oh my god, it's not over! Inject's gone, I guess. But that thing that was inhabiting Braska's final Aeon, what did we learn?
Yes.
The final... Yevon merges with the final Aeon. And it was inside. And we've just knocked
Here
it
it
out.
comes!
I like to think the thing singing right now is you, Yevon, singing.
Yuna!
Oh my god. So, here we go. If we had unlocked all of the Aeons on this save file, all of them would appear here. However, the Magus Sisters are not on this save file, so unfortunately they don't appear. But so let's go. Valifor. Totally unique UI here. And so the story is that you, Yevon, just merges with Aeons so that it can continue to exist, okay? And then out around its shell, so we just fought Braska's final Aeon, around its shell will appear Sin. So we need to stop you, Yevon, being able to jump to anything else anymore. So we summon Valifor, the Faith, that woman in Besaid. She answers to us. And just like Bahamut told us a while ago, the Faith, she said, please, will you help us? And you, Yevon, possesses it. It becomes a Dark Aeon. Check it out. This is Dark Valifor right here. Not, not super boss. It's only got 2,000 health, as you can see. And all it says on the help there is strike me down. In fact, I believe if we scan it, this has only just come to me, like out of nowhere. You know, sometimes you just think, oh yeah, what's... Okay, never mind. I thought for some reason if you scanned it, it had this amazing thing. You notice we're all pretty weak from the previous fight, but we also have halos above us, so he just evaded us. That kind of sucks. Let's bring Walker out. And let's go with a cheeky little attack reels here. Both U Pagodas are still live. They're still on the sides of the fights. U Pagoda, I guess, they're working for you, Yevon, somehow. I don't know, it's up to you guys to say what you think. We all have auto life on us. I'll get to that in a second. We only need a few stray hits to hit Valifor here. There you go, there's your overkill. I don't know whether their tankiness stats from the previous fight carry over. I'm pretty sure they don't. So they just have a fixed amount of health. And there he is again. And you can see it pains her as well. Look at her face after she does it. Ifrit. If you really encapsulate this entire story of Final Fantasy X as being about the summoned, as I explained before, seeing how far, you know, the idea of summoning can go, this is really impactful to be here at the end of the game, you know? Possessed by Yevon. I'm going to get my fighters on the field in a second, and we're just going to go crazy. But there you go, single overkill. We had the opposing element there too, which... Oh, no, we didn't. Blizzard's the opposing element, not war, but still. I'm sorry, Ifrit. I'm sorry. Ixion. I think perhaps this part of the story could be a bit confusing, a little confusing to those who get caught by the abstractness of the plot. Like, everything about Final Fantasy X is really easy to follow until really you find the faith on Mount Gagazet, right? The faith that are being used by you, Yevon, to summon Dream Anakin. It's as soon as that sort of comes about that it gets a little bit more difficult to follow, especially the story of what you, Yevon, is and so forth seems a bit rushed or whatever. Anyway, here we go, possessed by you, Yevon. Attack again. We're just having Tidus do it every time. We promised we'd help. That was the opposing element, which is why he hit so hard. Shiva. Another, perhaps, mistake of this is, yeah, it's all very dramatic and cool. But it also forces you to watch the full Aeon summon, and if you're someone who's abused a lot of Aeon stuff in Final Fantasy X, I can see it, you know, getting a bit boring to people or whatever. We haven't seen these in the LP, like, more than once, though, as far as I'm aware, so I don't mind. We're just throwing Shiva to the wolves here. Yevon's almost like an insect to me at this point. Coolest design. Down she goes. And I believe, by the way, that if you just pass your turns, they even refuse to fight. The Faith don't want to kill you. They want this to stop. In a sense, they want to be killed. Their Aeons to go away for good. Because think about it. Think about Lord Xeon, okay? Why is Lord Xeon's faith no longer in that statue? His soul was strapped in a statue forever, right? And then he became Sin, and after he was replaced, after he was defeated, so Yevon merged with his Aeon. And then his Aeon was defeated by, like, Lord Gandalf, the next guy, right? And then, finally, Lord Xeon was free, and he was emptied from the statue. So these Faith are tired, they've been here forever, and they're trapped. And by this happening, by them being forcibly killed like this, possessed by Yevon and then defeated, thrown away as husks, they're finally free to go. The Faith are leaving Spira. Possessed by Yevon. And this is why they say to Yuna, please promise us you'll do it, because this is painful, it's not easy to do. Okay, no, they certainly do fight back, as you can see here. Super evasive Kamari there. Here's a power wave. Charges Barma up. I wonder if I should aim. I'm actually very scared of his overdrive right now. We may have to put Orin on the front, just in case. I don't think I've ever failed at this, ever, but I struggled so much with Braska's final Aeon there. 4k damage, so I'm sure Waka will hit. There you go. Nice, sweet, and an amazing crit there. And any of these things could eventually get warped further and further, and around them Sin would be built to continue destroying, to let Yevon keep summoning. Now remember, Yevon isn't summoning these Aeons, he's just possessing them so he can continue to exist. Yevon is summoning Dream Anakin. Hopefully everything's clear to you. This is one thing I've tried to set out. Well, like one challenge, I guess, sort of, that I've set myself for this LP, that I want it to be really clear to you guys what the story is here. And why we're doing this. Here is Anima. I mean, she's the one that's obviously in an awful lot of pain. Possessed by Yevon. I mean, this is a pretty powerful Aeon as well. There are suggestions in the story that Anima isn't any Aeon. Anima is a final Aeon. Think about what we saw. I can't haste Isha because I don't have the mana, Jesus. Think about it, so we're going to just swap Orin in and go with an attack here. Think about what we saw before with, friggin' Seymour, right? That was in Zanarkand. Crit for 999, that's a pretty appropriate way to kill him. That was in Zanarkand. This was the final Aeon for Seymour. This was meant to defeat Sin once, long ago. But we're here to stop it now. Yuna, only one more. The star of the Zanarkand 8, the star player of this last fight as well, with Braska's final Aeon, Jekt. Yojimbo, what a boss! Man! Didn't see that coming. And so there are perhaps some other suggestions about the story here. Like, for example, I've talked a lot about how it seems we may have just skipped temples and there could have been more Aeons in the story that we just never saw. Well, so we didn't defeat them. Like here, we're not defeating the Magazisters because we never found them. Doesn't that leave opportunity for you, Yevon, to do more? It does leave opportunity. But, you know, I think they just sort of ignore it. Assume that all of the opportunities have been removed. So Orin was just killed there, but he has Auto Life on him. And the animation for Auto Life in this fight is completely different. You get like this little fairy angel lady comes, and now we can try again. Man, and he got evaded again. That sucks. So you get a very different type of Auto Life in this battle. You get Auto Life. Some of you may have been wondering this. There may even be comments. I haven't uploaded all the like final super bosses yet, right? But what, you know, you've got Auto Phoenix and you've got Auto Life. What about Auto Life? You know, like an auto ability that automatically gives you Auto Life, like Auto Haste. Well, that would just be crazy OP. So let's go with Waka here, because he can't miss. Nice. That would just be crazy OP. And that's what you get in this fight. It basically means you're invincible, so you can't fail as much as they fight. And I guess that's supposed to be the Faith trying to help you. Anyway, this is our last Aeon, guys. What have you got to do now, you Yevon? Ultimately, this was Yuna's job. To kill the Aeons, she went on a whole pilgrimage gathering. Nowhere left to run, bro.
Everyone, this is the last time we fight together. Okay?
Huh?
What I'm trying to say is, after we beat you, Yevon, I'll disappear.
What are you talking about?
She knew as well on the airship. She asked us, what are we doing? We're killing Dream Anakin. We're killing you, Yevon. He made Dream Anakin. We are Dream Anakin. Don't you guys get it?
I'm saying goodbye.
Not now.
I know it's selfish, but this is my story.
What the fuck? Okay, here we go. So this is the final encounter. We still have Auto Life on us. There are two U Pagodas flanking you, Yevon himself. They don't really make him very human, in my opinion, in this fight. I think that's on purpose. I think the idea is you're not meant to connect with him on any level. He's no longer a human. It's just this thing that's constantly summoning. The only mechanic you have to deal with here is the fact that every single time you attack Yevon, he will instantly heal for 9,999. Without break damage limit, it's pretty much impossible to kill him. In fact, it is impossible to kill him just through raw attacks. So the idea that this of this battle should be that it's a bit of a puzzle. You've got to put everything you've learned through to some use. So how can we stop him from healing that much? Well, I'll give you guys a hint. It's with Yuna. Try and think for yourselves right now. Just take a moment. I know we're caught up in the story and stuff. What would you do? Well, the hint is Yuna. Okay, I've told you guys this before. It's a bit of obscure information, but it has come up in the LP before. And that's the idea of Shell. Shell reduces the magic damage that you take. It raises a character's magic defense. But, as you may recall, it also reduces the healing you take. This is why you invest in stuff like Auto Protect for the Dark Aeons, rather than Auto Shell. So, now if we attack him again with Orin for the max damage of 9,999, he's going to counter with a Curaga on itself. And the Shell's going to reduce it. So now we can finally start doing damage. He will attack. This is the master of gravity magic. Everything about Sin is gravity, okay? So he will use Gravisia every single turn. Here's the thing, though. It hits him too. Everybody goes down with the ship when he uses it. The other thing to consider about gravity is the fact that Gravisia alone doesn't go off of your max health. It goes off of your current health. So this has been an important distinction here. So by going off of your current health, this literally means, I guess we're going to have to holy with Yuna here, that it's impossible to die to the Gravisia, because it will just drop you down to 1 health, if not for the fact you already have auto life on you anyway. So even if you die, you're just going to come back. They deliberately make it so it's almost impossible to lose. His animations are really long, so I'm going to have to like auto haste or haste everyone in a second, because otherwise this is just going to take forever to go through. But look at his health. He takes 9,999 damage each time from that, just because of all the damage. Now, here's something kind of fun, just because he's got such high health. I believe you can scan him. Is this where you scan? Some little birdie in my mind, from the recesses of my mind. No, he's also immune. I thought you'd get something kind of cool. So, we'll go again. Now, here's some more elements to the puzzle. What else can you do? Well, what else reduces magic effectiveness in the game? Well, this time I'll give you another hint. This time we're going to do it with Orin. Yeah, maybe you can figure it out a bit quicker this time. Yes, if you mental break him... no, not mental break him. Mental break would mean he heals himself on more, as far as I'm aware. If you magic break Yevon, it will reduce his ability to heal himself even further. And so you get to do even more damage. So it's a bit of a puzzle. I think that the original design was probably, and the wiki says this too, and I'm totally inclined to agree, I think the original idea was that you meant to work out how this puzzle worked, okay? And that would be your ultimate victory. But there is one glaring oversight. The glaring oversight is that he is vulnerable to zombie. And this kind of makes sense, right? So every time he heals himself, instead he does 9,999. So you kill him twice as fast, basically. And he can't heal himself at all. And these power waves, they will... I think they do still cleanse him, maybe to an extent. They cleanse him of the negative conditions, but not the positive ones like Shell. So you have to keep reapplying it, and we can't do anima. We don't have anima at our disposal this time either. So we'll go with a magic break. But zombie kind of makes it really, really trivial, really easy. And I sort of feel like he should be immune to zombie. So that's 2 enemies right at the end. Vraska's final Aeon and Yevon. This is the final encounter of Final Fantasy X, by the way. Once we're done with this, it's over. Both of them will, you can take good advantage of zombie against. Much like, if you really think about it story-wise, the previous boss before this was Yunalesca, which had lots of zombie mechanics. Seymour 3 had lots of zombie mechanics. Everyone looks worryingly low, but guys, we're basically invincible. Don't worry about it. Just keep going ham. We'll attack him again. There's no reason to go for the U-Pagodas at all. Now, there is one way to lose. I say we're basically invincible. There is one way to lose. The only way to lose this fight, which is not designed to be able to give you a game over, is to equip Petrify Strike weapons and attack yourselves. So if Waka had a Petrify Strike weapon, and so we can finally get Kamari off here for Tidus. I guess these are my 3 quickest attackers. If we equip Petrify Strike, then we can petrify one another, and that will strip us of our auto life, and you can die owing to that. But that's the only way, and you, the player, have to try it. Now, once Yevon gets low on life, he will start casting different abilities. He casts both Osmos, and I believe Ultimate is another ability he'll cast too. Kind of makes sense. The most powerful spellcaster Spira has ever seen would use Ultima. This also, obviously, has stripped us of our MP. So there you go. He's got 37,000 health left at the moment. But the thing is, it's sort of inconsequential anyway, frankly, because he's going to die so fast. If you have break damage limit on your gear, you will find that this goes in a single hit. He has 99,999 health, which is like, I guess, sort of a fun idea for an amount of health. But in truth, like, it makes him one-shottable with like the Khaled Bulk or whatever. Any one of these hits you saw me using in these previous videos, these are one-shots. Anyway, here comes Ultima. This will probably kill us, which sucks, but I want to get a Haste on my guys, so whatever. Yep, 999 across the board. But the fairies come down. I always feel like this should be just the animation for all of them all the time, but it's not. Previous Final Fantasy games have had very similar looking auto-life animations. Alright, I think this could be the last hit. If it's not... Ah, he crit. Okay, there we go. And that, guys, is pretty much the end of the game. Now, this death animation you're seeing here is actually a bit of a staple of Final Fantasy. This is the same way the final boss of the very first game died, a character called Chaos. That's his death animation. They did use that for one of the bosses in Final Fantasy VII too. This is the first time they returned to it for FF10. Anyway, we have earned the trophy called the Eternal Calm. Something we may have just created. It's Besaid. You'll notice in this cutscene, garters over there in the background. Depending on which one you saved at Operation Mi'ihen, they'll appear there. It looks like this is where they go to live out the rest of their life. And that's your only reference at the end. You also see Lucille and Elma. And many of the Chocobo Knights reformed. And it looks like people just saw something pretty amazing in the sky. I probably won't talk too much in the upcoming cutscene, guys, just to let you enjoy it. Unless there's some, like, amazing trivia I think of, but probably not. There's Macon. Good old Macon. From one end of the world to the other and back again. But what about the temples? The Faith are gone. This soul trapped in this statue? What's going to happen to it? Well, the same as what happened to Lord Aons. Man, it's kind of sad. Yuna performs ascending. That's her sending you, Yevon, I can only assume.
Don't stop.
But
It's all right.
Oh, this is so badass. The music here in the background is Orin's theme.
It's been long enough.
Aw, dude! Should never have called him a hypocrite.
This is your world now.
You know, when I was younger, always used to sort of regret stat capping Orin because it felt like a waste because I knew he was just gonna get sent at the end of the story anyway. Orin's no more. Kind of bittersweet, really. The faith on Gagazet. A 1,000-year-old tradition. The faces of all those in Zanakin.
Yuna, I have to go. I'm sorry I couldn't show you Xanarkand. Goodbye.
Hey!
we're gonna see you again!
Yuna!
Man, jeez. They give like the idea that there might be an afterlife beyond all that, but yeah. The line "I love you" there also is completely different to in the Japanese version. In the Japanese version, she says something like "I forgive you," but culturally it doesn't mean the same thing, so they changed the line for our release.
Yuna, it's time.
Everyone has lost something precious. Everyone here has lost homes, dreams, and friends. Everybody? Now, Sin is finally dead. Now, Spira is ours again. Working together. Now we can make new homes for ourselves. And new dreams. Although I know the journey will be hard, we have lots of time. Together, we will rebuild Spira. The road is ahead of us, so let's start out today. Just one more thing. The people and the friends that we have lost. No dreams that have faded. Never forget them.
Oh man, I love that last. I don't know why that last line. Or the dreams that have faded, never forget them. What's really amazing too is if they flash to that scene in Lake Makalania there. A promise was made at that scene, and if you go back and watch it, Tidus promises Yuna that he'll be there until the end, and at that time you think that someone's going to make a sacrifice in this story, that someone's going to die, that Yuna's going to die. In order to defeat Sin, a life must be claimed. Eventually in Zanarkand you learn that 2 lives must be claimed, and in the end that's kind of what happened, but it wasn't Yuna that ended up going, it was Tidus. So yeah, I've always found that kind of interesting, and of course we get the credits rolling. This is where, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to spot it as it's going on. This is totally where you will see that it says like Father Zook is a main character somehow. He's like some kind of primary character even though he's not supposed to be. We get that song that was playing in the lake during the credit roll as well. As I usually do with my LPs, I probably won't just ramble on about nonsense the entire time, but I'll let you guys listen to the music. There is a post-credit scene, I'll tell you straight away, and considering this is a bundled disc with not only this game, but its sequel and all the other stuff, you might want to sit it out if you're interested. What I will say, like, for my plans with the channel, this has been great. A lot longer than I was expecting, but a really, really fun LP to do. I definitely want to do X2. There will be a little bit of a break on the channel, but not very long at all before we head into X2. I will say, as much as it's probably in my best interest to say to you guys, hey, yeah, you got to watch all my videos, you know, definitely come and watch X2. And as much as X2 does elaborate on some great things and have some really awesome gameplay, some of you might want to consider this the end. In all seriousness, a lot of people didn't like X2 because the tone of the story is very different. This is like an epic fantasy adventure filled with love and loss, and it's quite macabre throughout a lot of it. The sequel is very Charlie's Angels. We'll put it that way. I've had quite a few comments of people saying, hey, yo, I tried out X2 because of everything you've been saying, and what the hell is going on? Like, it's very, very different. But for me, and so there is a large part of me that likes to think, wow, this is the end of Final Fantasy, you know, or Final Fantasy X, and you know, what a great story this was. But I think no matter, even if X2 was the worst game in the world, which I totally don't think it is, I think it's a fantastic game, and I'm hoping to demonstrate to you guys who may have tried it before just how great it is and why, and looking past certain aesthetics of the game. When I LP it, that's what I kind of want to show you guys. Despite that, you know, despite its whatever it could have been, even if it was the worst thing in the world, it doesn't change what this experience was, right? It doesn't change that at all, anything that comes after it. But there is certainly a lot more to the story. One particularly potent line that we hear in the final cutscene here is Riku saying, we're gonna see you again! And you can even see on the airship, Riku's waving her arms, and she doesn't truly believe that Tidus is gone. If he was here once, can he come back? And, of course, the plots of the sequel will be developing on some important things like that. Anyway, yeah, this song is Sute Kai Dane, which means Isn't It Wonderful? And yeah, I guess you guys can just watch the credits. I can't really think of anything else I had to say. Just thank you so much, I guess, to everyone who sat down and watched this. This has been one of the better LPs we've ended up doing on the channel. A lot of people very interested in it. Hope the story pacing didn't go a bit off where we were showing off all of that extra bonus stuff towards the end. But this was great. It was really fun as well to watch that final cutscene for the first time in many years just a second ago. Here you go, voice actors. Let's see if we've got it here. Seymour's there, Braska, Sid, Keenock, Luzu, Gata, Donna, Elmer. These are all pretty major characters. And then Zook's there. Okay, Trummel's listed, Brother's there. So maybe. It's just kind of weird though. Zook shouldn't be there. There are a lot of other characters that get way more dialogue than he did. Maybe it's just because Andre Solojuznu or whatever paid to have his place really high up. Anyway, 81 different voice actors for the game. It's funny because I feel like that's more than you get in some games like Skyrim. Even though they have so many more voiced NPCs. I don't know, you don't really get that quality so much anymore. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I will see you very shortly. Oh, a little bit of other trivia too. I'm just browsing through my notes here that I never mentioned. The Yevon fight, you can't summon any Aons against him because you've just destroyed all of the Aons. What is the fate of those, I wonder, as well? How is Spira going to change? No more sin? What's Yevon going to do? Everything that Yevon had to do with it, all of its leadership, they're all gone. The entire idea of the pilgrimage is now gone. I mean, it's a time of great turmoil. And also a potential time of great change. The entire theme of this game is that Spira never changes. And Spira is about to go through immense change. We know in the past, 1,000 years ago, it was like this technical marvel, right? With the wondrous powers of Bevel and Zanarkand. They dive into that so much more. And how is Spira going to react to this? We're going to jump forward a couple of years when the sequel comes and see how that goes. Anyway, Yevon, right? We've defeated all of the Aons. There's all this business going on there, right? But, so you mechanically cannot in the game summon Yojimbo to fight Yevon. You can't do it. Like, it's impossible. But he has a Zanmato level, and they gave him a really high Zanmato level regardless. Like, it's kind of one of those fun little things. Again, you have to dive into the game's code to really see that it's there, but it's one of those things. And there you go. They thank all Squaresoft staff and all fans of Final Fantasy. For what it's worth as well, X isn't necessarily the only Final Fantasy I'll ever do on my channel. I am a big fan of the franchise. I do like a lot of the franchise. It's just a very long game, so I have to be kind of considerative or when I do a project on one of those. But certainly I'm a big fan of many of the others, and we may see them someday. Because I've had quite a few questions about that too. As you can see, it says Square Enix there instead of the original Squaresoft. And there we go. The end. And you guys may remember, towards the start of the series, we were stood in the Besaid Temple. And at the Besaid Temple, I showed you some scripture on a wall. And I told you about what the writing of Yevon meant. That symbol there, it has Zanarkand at the bottom and Yevon at the top. Just like I promised. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.